What's up, everybody? Ron Pete from WiseGuyBets here with some NBA value picks for tonight. Today's date is 1/7/2022. We got 9 games on the slate. It's a little late in the day, so we got some updated picks for value. Let's go ahead and get right into it. What I do is give you 2 guards, 2 forwards, 1 center. Let's get right into it and look at the point guard position. At point guard, we're looking at Jared Butler for Utah. He's starting tonight due to COVID issues and injuries that Utah is having. He's 3,000 on DraftKings with a projection of 21 and a minute projection of 20. He gives us 1.45 fantasy points per minute. His game log is not going to show us much because he just hasn't played that much. The most minutes he's played in his last 10 has been 8 minutes in his last game. So we'll see how it works out tonight. At 3,000, he's kind of hard to pass on. I like Jared Butler at the point guard position. Let's look at the shooting guard. At shooting guard, I'm looking at Will Barton for Denver. Denver is playing Sacramento Kings. He's 5,800 on DraftKings with his projection of 31. He has a minute projection of 34. He gives us 0.92 fantasy points per minute. Let's look at his game log. Let's look at his last 5, and he's given us 35 in 39 minutes, 25 in 32 minutes, 32 fantasy points in 29 minutes, 36 fantasy points in 36 minutes, and 30 fantasy points in 36 minutes. Again, he gives us about 0.92 fantasy points per minute with a minute projection of 34. I like him tonight at the shooting guard position. Let's look at the small forward position, and we're going to go back to this Utah-Toronto game, and we're going to look at Rudy Gay. He's 4,000 on DraftKings with a projection of 33. His minute projection of 32. He's given us 0.84 fantasy points per minute. Let's look at his game log real quick. His 10-game log, he's had 36 in his last game, 36 fantasy points in 29 minutes. Prior to that, he had 18 and 21. Prior to that, 12 and 20. Prior to that, 24 and 26 minutes. Prior to that, 31 and 24 minutes. This is questionable, so watch out for that. But from what I'm seeing, he's going to play at 4,000. I think he's one of the people who can easily 6-7 extra salaries tonight. So that's who I'm looking at tonight at the small forward position. Let's look at the power forward position, and we're looking at Jared Vanderbilt for Minnesota. He's 4,800 on DraftKings with a projection of 29 and a minute projection of 30. Let's look at his 10-game log. His 10-game log in his last game, he had 29 fantasy points over 30 minutes, 21 over 28 minutes, 24 over 32 minutes. Prior to that, he had 20 over 22, and he had 25 fantasy points over 38 minutes. Going against a team doesn't play defense very well against the position. I like him in his position tonight at 4,800. I think he's going to get us our projected 29 and more. Let's look at the center position. At center, we're going back to this Utah-Toronto game to where we're going to find a lot of value. And we're going to look at Hassan Whiteside, who's 3,500 on DraftKings. He has a projection of 33 with a minute projection of 24. He gives us 1.5 fantasy points per minute. He is the backup, but Rudy Gobert is out tonight due to COVID, so you will see his minutes go up. Let's look at his game log. He's given us 35 over 19 minutes, 25 over 19, 23 over 14 minutes, 15 over 13 minutes. He has a 1.51 fantasy point per minute. Let's hope that transitions into his elevated minutes. He has a minute projection of 24. Hopefully he gets more than that. But he could be actually a 7X player tonight and someone you may want to get in all your lineups. So those are my picks for today. Let's briefly review. Point guard, Jared Butler, Utah. Shooting guard, Will Barton, Denver. Small forward, Rudy Gay, Utah. Jared Vanderbilt, Minnesota. Hassan Whiteside, Utah. So those are my picks for today. If my picks help you, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Until the next video, peace.